Welcome to Backstage with Becca with special guest, Lizzy Tucker. Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of Backstage with Becca. On this episode, this Tyler, Texas native, who recently graduated from Texas State University, can currently be seen in Boop the Musical on Broadway, which was her Broadway debut, in the ensemble and understudying Betty Boop and Trisha. Please welcome Lizzy Tucker. So excited we're making this happen.
Yes, me too.
Oh my gosh. You've had like such a busy year so far.
Yeah, it's kind of been very crazy, but we're here.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
soaking in every moment.
I mean, I feel like you probably had like a busy like 2 years or at least a year and a half because with like auditioning, rehearsals, all
Yeah,
that stuff too. So
yeah. I mean, we'll see what the future holds.
hope manifesting all good things. So
Yes, yes.
yes. Oh my gosh. So first of all, how are you today?
I'm good. Not gonna lie, I woke up and got ready for this, and now we're here. So, but yeah, we're here. So,
Amazing. Amazing. So I always like to to get into the interviews. I always like to just like go back to the very beginning of so growing up, how did you first fall in love with theater?
yeah. I mean, well, I always knew I loved to sing. My mom, it's funny actually, my mom said I literally came out of the womb singing. Crazy way to start. But yeah. So I'd always loved to sing. I loved to dance and, move around and just be crazy and silly and fun. And my mom actually put me into a theater camp at my local community theater where I ended up doing a lot of shows there, but that's where I first started to realize, oh, this is actually something I'm interested in and maybe want to pursue. Um, but I knew I always wanted to sing, and eventually I really wanted to dance. Like that was something I really wanted to do. Like the career goals changed a lot, but I
You
mean,
fell in love with everything.
yeah, like I mean, I came back. I found my way back to musical theater being like the thing I really wanted to do. And like there are a lot of things I want to do, but that was really like the dream for a long time. So
Well, and I feel like the goal as a child is like when you can fall in love with a lot and you want to do it all as a child.
right, yeah,
And I mean, as an adult, I feel like you still want to do it all. And then
yeah, for sure.
you realize 24 hours a day is not as much as you thought it was when you were a kid.
Oh, not at all. Especially when half like a quarter of it is school.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
A third of it actually is
no,
school.
it's insane. It's
Yeah.
insane. I think like they some in some states and like some cities they've like kind of figured out a way to make it like less time for kids growing up, but yeah, I don't know. It's like you go to school, then you like want to do after school activities. It's wild.
For sure.
So I'm curious
Yeah,
for me, and we both grew up in Texas, which ironic
I'm
and
so
kind of fun.
sorry.
I grew up in Dallas.
Oh, I'm from Tyler, so I'm pretty close to Dallas.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I grew up in Dallas. Now I'm in Los Angeles. So I
Oh,
moved to
come
the
on,
West Coast.
LA.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm curious, the thing that got me into theater was Annie, but you're a bit younger than me. So I want to ask, was there like a movie, like TV show, film musical that got like you obsessed?
I mean, I grew up watching the classics with my granny before she died. Um, but yeah, she always sat me down and like watched all the like classic movies like Wizard of Oz, King and I, all like Willy Wonka,
Oh my
like
God, yes.
obsessed. Mary, but I really and all like the Disney princess movies. I feel like that's what like um introduced me to that field very, very quickly. I was obsessed with all the Disney princesses, especially Ariel and Belle. Those were like my two, like,
Top tier.
yeah. But growing up, I think the show that really sparked my interest in musical theater was Smash, which is crazy. Yeah, I watched it with my mom when I was in like middle school, which like I should not have been watching that in middle school, but I was eating it up. I was into it. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm going to be Marilyn Monroe." Like that was like my
Yes. Yes.
but I knew every single song. I did. I knew every single song. I still do. And it's still one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Like I go back and rewatch it. I'm just like, wow. Like especially now, it's crazy rewatching it as an adult and
It's like right
actually
down the street.
exactly. Yeah. Like musical TV show is just like crazy just getting to see like what sparks my love for theater like
Oh my gosh.
actually come to life. So it's pretty cool. But
Yes.
I think the TV show really like inspired me a lot.
Oh my gosh, I love that. You should now is this on your resume that you know like every song from Smash? Because like I feel like with Smash down the street currently, maybe it should be mentioned.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, we'll see what happens in the future, but you know,
You're like special skills, can sing
special
every
skills.
song
I
in
can sing
Smash.
every single song, and I know exactly what episode every single song. Like it's crazy.
Oh my god, it's a skill.
It's a
It's a
skill.
skill.
Yeah,
When you love a TV show, yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
They're. Yeah, I have a lot of yeah, I have a lot of skills that I don't need, but I have. So
Right.
it's
It's
fine.
like I can quote all of the Harry Potter movies, all of Pretty Little Liars, and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't need those skills, but you know, it's
No.
fine.
Like, do I need to be able to recite the entirety of Coraline, like even the background music? No, but I can, and I will, and I'll do all the voices and everything.
And you can brag about it.
That's my favorite movie of all time. That's why I
Oh
can
my gosh.
say, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, brag about it. Own it. There's a skill.
Yes.
So growing up, was there like a place that helped you really get into pursuing theater professionally and like developing your skills and honing in on those skills?
Yes, I would say I used as many resources as I could just because my town is so small and I'm in the middle of East Texas. There's not really much opportunity to do theater in a way, especially like in a way that's like preparing you for any type of professional gig. Um, but I did spend a lot of time at my local community theater when I was growing up, and I did as much theater as I could in middle school. And I feel like, um, segue off. I really wanted to dance. Like that was something I really, really wanted to do. I was a huge fan of Dance Bombs, and that was
Yes.
my favorite show. I literally taught myself how to dance from Dance Bombs because I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a dancer, and I'm gonna be the next Maddie Ziegler. Like that's gonna be me. Um, so that really inspired me. And in middle school, I kind of segued away from theater to try to focus on dance. I went to a dance studio and I was like, oh, I'm really, really bad. I need to, improve so I can keep up with the girls that have been dancing here since they were 2 years old. And
Yep.
um, I worked really hard, and I mean, my hard work was recognized after a year, and I kept progressing and progressing, and one thing led to another, and I realized that that was like middle school, and then I went to my freshman year of high school, and I realized that um, I don't know if it was the studio, if it was just my passion for it, but I just was not into it anymore. Like it didn't make me happy. I didn't enjoy going to the studio every day and like, you know,
Yeah.
dancing. And at the time, I had just gotten the lead in my high school show.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Funny.
it was High School Musical. I was Gabriella. um
Yeah, I could definitely see it.
Yeah, it was fun, and I'm still friends with almost everybody that I did the show with. So
The best.
it's great. Like all my best friends from high school were I was in together. Um, but yeah, so it was like, oh, I was having to go to rehearsals and also dance at the same time. Like I'd have to leave rehearsal early so I could make it to dance on time, and just like back and forth, back and forth. Sometimes I would be like, hey, I can't come today, or da da da, and it just got to the point where I had to choose. And I and at the end of the day I chose theater because it made me happy, and I realized, and I think that's when I realized this is what I want to do with the rest of my life, and I'm actually going to take the time to like focus on it and make this my priority. And I'm so happy I did, because
Hey,
here we are now. So
here,
it's fun.
here we are. And
Yeah.
I mean, also theater, it combines dance too. So like
Oh yeah.
those dance skills that you picked up and you learned are very helpful in theater, because what show doesn't have, very few shows don't have dance nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, especially right now, because one thing about Jared Mitchell,
Oh
he's
my
gonna have you dancing, and he does. So I'm very, and Michelle Rack and John Rua, all of them are gonna have y'all dancing. So
Just like
very,
the iconic people you get to name that you
yeah,
work with is just like, do you like pinch yourself?
it's still like I see Rochelle almost every day, and I'm just like I literally like snapped it up, like hello, I literally grew up watching you. And Hairspray was my first musical ever. So the fact that I'm literally working with the original choreographer of
Oh
Hairspray
my
is like
gosh.
insane.
Oh wait, I love that. Okay, so I normally like ask people like what their first musical ever that they saw was, and it's normally definitely not Hairspray, but I love that it's Hairspray for you.
Well, that was the first musical I ever did. The
Okay.
first musical I ever saw was Anastasia at the Broadhurst Theater, which is
What?
where I literally made my Broadway debut. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh. Wait. Okay, like there is some witchcraft going on over there.
No,
Magic.
I swear I think I
Some magic.
my manifestation powers are crazy. Like it's
Yes.
not even funny. I feel like I I don't know. Just
That's wild.
it's crazy.
Oh my God. Have you like posted about this and been like, okay, so my first theater that I went to on Broadway was this theater?
Yeah, I actually have,
Oh,
and it's in my I think it's in my bio in either in the playbill or on the website. I don't know, but
that's
yeah,
so insanely cool. That's
it's it's just
wow.
crazy.
And, and before I get into your Broadway debut, I want to ask about school, about like college and stuff.
Yes,
So you went to Texas State University,
I did.
and what I always like to ask what drew people to that two programs they went to. So what drew you to that program, and like,
Um,
how did this prepare you for Broadway?
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of things drew me in. I think the fact that um, the curriculum is just so brilliant. I feel like every year is like laid out in a certain way where you get the things that you need, and it doesn't like yes, it's a lot of information, but it's not like overwhelmingly like you don't feel like you're drowning. Even though it felt like sometimes I was, it like the amount of information I was getting, it didn't feel like that. And I feel like there are also just so many opportunities to grow, not only as an artist, but as a person. And I feel like I have in a lot of ways. Definitely the person that I was going in is not the same person that came out. And I'm so grateful for that because, like, yes, it was a humbling experience, but it was one that I needed to grow and become the artist and human being that I wanted to be. And I think that's something that's very rare in any type of educational environment. Like, it's kind of just like, I'm happy that I was in a place where I could, you know, express myself in a way where I didn't feel like I was being judged or forced to be one thing. I could just be whatever I wanted to be. And you don't really see that a lot in the industry. And it was just nice to be able to do that in an educational environment. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like so important. I feel like when you're able to express yourself freely without judgment, it just
Yes.
makes you such a happy person too.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's so important. And you're so young when you enter college.
Yeah.
It's wild to think about because you're like, I mean, I guess some people are like
Yeah.
18,
Yeah.
and
18.
it's crazy. It's like you're a baby.
Yeah. And I think another great thing about Texas State too is that it's even though it's a conservatory style teaching and the MT, it's also a huge university. So there's a lot of room for diversity and life outside of musical theater, which I'm so grateful I had that because I feel like you just get so soaked in. And I mean, not that it's a bad thing, but it's
Right.
nice that you can find yourself outside of the musical theater bubble as well. So yeah, that's another great thing. And also San Marcos is just beautiful.
I I mean, just experience college life because it's like such a staple in
Yes.
life. It's a small part of life, but it's a staple and it's something that you talk about like memories forever,
Yeah.
honestly. You look back and were there any mentors or teachers who had like a huge impact on your career there or shows too?
Definitely professors. I would definitely say Jackson Perrin was very helpful and incredible in my journey. I still talk to him when I can, and I I think he helped me grow a lot as a person and an artist. Um, with the teachings of Michael Maresca, which also he also had a very huge impact on me. Um, yeah, Jackson's just a he's a one in a million person. He's just so sweet, and not only will he like I really appreciate somebody who's honest with me about things.
Yeah.
And I feel like both of them were very honest. And one special thing about Jackson is that he really takes the time to get to know every single student that he teaches. Um, and I feel like that was just a safe space for me to come in and just say, like, oh, hey, I'm not having the best day today. And he'll be like, okay, do you want to talk about it? Do you want to da 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 da? Like, we can just keep going forward with the lesson, or we could just not do the lesson today. Like, it's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like, he really like
Yeah.
made sure that each student was okay. And that's something that I feel like is just not like, I feel like that's something that's very rare and very special that I know I definitely took advantage of, and I wish I hadn't because I mean he's just so an amazing human being and a like brilliant mind up here. Like I can't say enough amazing things about Jackson, and yeah, she's wonderful person.
Well, I think it's really cool when like mentors don't put themselves on like a pedestal for people that they're teaching
No.
and they put themselves on the same level because like they know the people that they're teaching
Mhm.
have this talent and will go on to succeed.
Yeah.
So like y'all are on when you're on the same level, it's just like a really neat experience to be learning from someone who doesn't see students as like less than.
Yeah. He never made me feel like that. And yeah, I'm just grateful that I got the opportunity to work and learn from him because he's wonderful.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna ask about advice related to like school and stuff
Yeah.
later. But I I also want to ask, is there a favorite original production of a show that you've done or school production of a show that you've done that really like that after that you were like, okay, like I'm ready to take on anything.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've only done one regional production. It was of Rent. It was like my first huge, it was like my first big gig that I got. Um, and it was in New Orleans, and that was my first time ever going to New Orleans. And so sorry to my NOLA folks, I will not be going back. I just it was just not for me. And that's okay. That's okay. Like that I can understand the appeal to some people. It's just no. Um but I
It's
would say that contract was very special. The group of people that I had the pleasure of working with are still some of my really good friends today. And I don't know, it just I feel like that contract did make me feel like I could do more than I thought I could, because that was I want to say it was either my no, it was my I was going into my junior year of college when I did that. And I I faced a lot of rejection. That year was really hard for me in a lot of ways, and I feel like um just hearing a yes and hearing someone say like I see something in you and I think like even outside of this like you're going to go far um is just something that I needed to hear. And the fact that I got to work with such amazing people and be in an be in a different environment outside of Texas State was just so rewarding. And it was also just so fun because I love Rent. It still is one of my favorite
okay.
musicals, and I've gotten the pleasure of doing it twice. And yeah, I feel like doing that production at that time was just very, very special for me. And I can't thank Paulenko Jones Jr. enough for giving me my first professional gig and believing in me and still seeing something in me
Yes.
and supporting me. So
Well, I mean, everyone who believes in you was right. So I'm just gonna say that. But I mean, how iconic to play Mimi and Rent. Like what?
uh, that's crazy. Mimi Amory and like what? Like it's crazy.
Like on your resume forever. Come on.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, and also I have to say, side note, I agree about New Orleans. Just like so overwhelming sensory wise.
Yes, overwhelming, scary. Like I was a little 19-year-old. I was like I was scared for my life. And then, um yeah, and also just the weather. Like I thought Texas was humid and sticky and crazy. Like on a completely different level. And also I don't think I've ever had more mosquito bites in my entire life. Like I literally was like lunch for them.
Oh my gosh, me when that's why I like avoid the South in the summer.
Yeah,
I'm like, uh-uh.
all over my legs.
Oh, yep. I'm the same way. I'll go for like a week to visit family.
Yeah,
And it's like I come back and it's like yeah, it's horrible.
crazy, crazy,
Oh,
crazy.
awful.
But
So,
like,
yeah. Yes. So, I wanted to talk about your Broadway debut, your recent Broadway debut, and Boop the musical.
yes,
What was your audition process like? And going in, did you know that you were auditioning for like to to be an understudy for the title character and for Trisha?
um, yeah, for sure. I mean, um, so I had just, so I had moved here in September, and then a month later, I got this. My agent sent me the uh, audition for Boop, and originally it was for either onstage ensemble or swing and Betty understudy. Um, and so they had sent me all the material. I had to sing two songs from the show and then do two sides. All of it was Betty material that I did. Um, and yeah, I just went in and did my thing. And it was just DB, our associate director, love him, and then Kevin from Tara Rubin, or TRC.
Yes.
Sorry. Um, but yeah, and I got a lot of positive feedback. That's all I'll say. I got a lot of positive feedback from both of them, and they were like, "Yeah, well, when we see you again, like, come and do this." They're just giving me notes. I read from the paper, and DB was like, "Yeah, when we see you again, like, have it memorized so we can, actually
Yes.
work on it." I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry." Um, so yeah, and I remember in my first audition, because I originally wasn't gonna do a voice because I didn't think they wanted to hear it. And then DB was like, "Oh, yeah, so for these sides, like, yeah, like she's in the cartoon world, so like do like
Yeah.
the best Betty voice you can do." And I was like, "Okay." And so I kind of just did what like the first thing that popped into my head. I was just like, "Oh, I don't know."
Hey, it works because then you
And
don't
it worked.
overthink it.
I guess. Like, here we are. So
I mean, the first thing I feel like when you do the first thing that like pops into your head, then it's like you're not overthinking it too. So it's
yeah,
like, yeah, they're
yeah,
probably like, okay, so that was like really natural.
yeah. And I've always I feel like I've always been able to do like funny little voices and stuff. So I feel like it wasn't that hard for me, but I also didn't want to, you know, be too off from the character to where it was just like, oh, okay, she's just doing a
Like,
weird
well,
voice,
yeah.
Um, but I mean, yeah. And so they called me back to do a dance call. They called me back to do a dance call. Rochelle was there. It was like the most terrifying thing I'd ever done in my entire life. They had us do uh, three dance combinations in I think less than an hour.
You survived them.
Yeah, it was like a jazz, a tap, and a hip hop. And yeah, tap and hip hop are just not no, like it's just
It's so hard.
like I would literally come into my in my tap class crying because that's how like much I like just did not. And yeah, I don't know if you've seen pictures of me, but like I'm very long and lanky and just like not it's not giving like
No.
it's not giving hip hop. So just like those two things were very like intimidating for me and scary. And I was in a room with people who literally could do it confidently, and I was just over here like, I don't know what I'm doing. But I was like, fake it till you make it. And then yeah, I
Yes.
actually fell on my audition, which is very embarrassing, but also really funny. And
Hey.
but yeah, so after the dance, I was like, okay, I'm not booking the ensemble, and that's totally fine. Like I already knew, and they had called me back, not that day, but the next day to only read for Betty stuff. So I was like, okay, like that's fine. I'm not stressing about it. Like I knew that wasn't about to be my gig, and that's fine. Um, and so yeah, I came back and sang and did the sides again, and I just came out of there feeling I will say I literally called people on the street after my audition. I was like, that was the worst audition of my life. Like I literally was like, I'm not booking it. There's no way. And I was so upset because I knew I could do it. And that was what was frustrating because I knew I did not put my best foot forward, or I didn't do my best work in that audition. And it was very frustrating for me and I was very upset. And yeah, I mean, for no reason, but because I mean, the next day I got an email from my agent and they were like, "Yeah, you have a final callback. They want you back in like 3 weeks from now." I was like, "Oh," and I was so shocked. I was literally at work on my break at work, um, and I was so shocked because literally I was crying on the street the day before, like sobbing to my friend on the phone, and she was like, "Girl, I know it probably wasn't as bad as you thought it was."
Right.
No, it was so bad. Like they hated me. Like I was just theatrics. But yeah,
Well, they didn't hate you, so.
they didn't. Yeah. So I went back, and it was funny because the day of my final callback, I had moved into a new apartment because I was in a sublet. Um for the first 2 months.
Yeah.
I moved here, and then I found a place with I found a place with two of my roommates, and we um moved into the place I'm in right now. And it was fairly close to the place I was auditioning at. So it was funny because we so it was just me. They called me back to, like, sing for Betty. And originally, yeah, they called me back to sing for Betty, and uh also dance again. They wanted to see me dance again,
Oh.
which I was shocked about. I was like,
Okay.
dance. I was like, y'all want to see it again? Like, I was so scared. And so then I'm like in my new apartment, nothing's unpacked. I don't have any clothes. Like, all my clothes are literally in boxes. My mom was here, so she helped me pack. I didn't even have a key to my apartment. Like,
I love that.
yeah, crazy. So then I go to the audition site, and I'm like, hey, and they're like, oh, so actually I was prepared to dance because I thought we were gonna dance first and then we are gonna have us sing. Boy, was I wrong.
Oh.
Literally, I was in like a jumpsuit and tennis shoes, and my hair was slicked back, and
I'm ready.
yeah, like I was not ready. And so they were like, okay, so we're actually gonna have Lizzy and someone else. I don't remember their name, but we're gonna have Lizzy and the other person sing, and then we're gonna dance. Everyone's gonna dance afterwards. And I was like, ooh, can I go home and like change really quick? And poor Miss Girl, she was like, I don't know. Would Miss Girl be able to go? And she was like, yeah, I'm ready. Or they were like, yeah, I'm ready. And I I've never run or changed so fast in my life because I didn't live far away. So I was like, okay, I can literally just I can come back and be back. And so it maybe took me like 5 minutes to come back, change, fix my hair, and then go back. And then I was back at the place waiting. And then my agent texted me and was like, hey, they need you back in like 10 minutes. And I was like, friend, I'm already here. What do you mean?
You're like, I ran.
I'm probably saying way more than I need to, but I just think it's funny.
You're like, I'm a track star. I ran through the city.
I was a track star, actually. That is something that happened. Yeah. Like, I have ribbons to prove it. But yeah. Anyway.
Love that. That's amazing.
Yes. But yeah, anyway, so then I sing again, I read again. Jerry is there, which that was already terrifying enough because I literally was like like dry heaving. And then they were like, are you ready to sing for Jerry Mitchell? I was like, no. Never will I ever be ready for that. Like, no. And so then I go and I sing and I do the sides. Jerry's laughing a little bit, but he's not like, he's very good at like masking it. But he was just like, ha ha ha. Okay, next song. Like, very much like does not give any, just is very much like, okay, like on to the next thing.
Like business.
Yeah, business. And so I was like, okay, I don't know. And then, yeah, so then I do that. And then after I finish all the stuff, they're like, okay, thank you. We'll see you for the dance. And I was like, okay. Did not know anything. We go, we dance. It's what it is. Yeah, the tap and hip hop, we're not getting it. The hip hop was terrible. I was never gonna be good at that. The tap, I feel like I faked my way through it, and then here we are for the jazz. Would I say I nailed it? No, but I feel like it was definitely better because I didn't fall up flat on my butt. So, period. So I walked out of there. I was like, okay, I did as well as I could have.
Yes.
If something comes out of it, like, that would be amazing. But if it doesn't, like, I got to sing and dance for Jerry Mitchell and Rochelle Rack and PB Bonds, and they can't take that away from me. Period. So.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then, like, at the end of that week, my agent called me and was like, you got it. And and he told me, they were like, you booked ensemble and you also booked Betty and Trisha understudy, which I never read for Trisha 1, so I was like,
Oh,
Trisha. I was like, what was that? I was like, what? But yeah. But I was the most shocked by the ensemble thing because
you're like, oh, they want to see me dance again.
exactly, like I was like, I never thought like I still don't think I'm the best dancer or like that I'm even like keeping up with the people that are on stage right now. I've been doing it for what is it, May? I've been doing it since February and I'm still like I still feel like this, you know? And I've just been
Hey,
so nonstop since then. So it's like, you know, and
but it
I
doesn't happen overnight.
well no, of course not. And I didn't expect it to, but you know, it's just like a crazy, crazy, crazy thing that happened. Like because like my whole experience with dance and my relationship with dance has been very very hard um since I started and when I quit and then when I did it in college and then wasn't, you know, it's just it's I was very proud of myself. I was more proud of myself for that than like ever anything else I did. It
Yes.
was like, wow, I really they like saw something in me enough that I still really don't even see in myself. And it just made me think like, wow, okay, like maybe I need to give myself a little bit more credit. Like,
Yes.
you know,
Well, they
now,
saw you show up. So, like, you showed up and you tried and you
yes,
didn't give up.
I can say I did try.
And
I
I think
tried
that's
my
key.
darndest.
I think that's key that you didn't give up. You didn't go, okay, well, I can't do this. I can't keep up.
Yeah. And there were points where I did in rehearsal, but I mean, I still got back up and I did it. It
Yes.
took me a minute, but I did. So here we
You like
are.
gotta take a second to like watch and see what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Which sometimes you gotta do. I
Yeah.
feel like it's
Mhm.
definitely a learning process. And I just started like a little like adult dance class recently, so it's hard.
Aw.
It's hard.
It's so hard. It's literally like this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Like,
I have so much respect for dancers.
me
It's
too.
it's like it's insane. It's such a like athleticism.
Yeah. Like the amount of pressure we put on ourselves physically and mentally is insane. Like
Yes.
no human person can like sustain this. And I feel like that's why you don't see dancers dance for as long as they should be able to because it's just so much like, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yes. And everyone's their own worst critic, which is like a
yeah,
wild
for sure.
of wild of us. Wild of us.
But I
And
mean,
yeah, I mean I feel like no matter how much you recognize that, it always is the thing that gets in someone's way. It's just like a human thing.
mhm.
So, I would ask, what was the rehearsal process like for you? And can you describe any like memorable moment from rehearsals that like had an impact on that confidence, especially when it came to dance?
um I will say rehearsal was very, very crazy. It was just so fast paced. Like I learned a whole show in a week.
Come on. What?
I learned a whole show in a week. Like
It's
it
special
just
skills.
and rehearsal was very fun. Like it was very fun. I got to meet a bunch of people and I got to, you know, I got to work with freaking Jerry Mitchell every single day. Like you can't like a lot of people can't say that.
Dream.
And I got to create an original piece of
Yes.
art. And I got to watch all these brilliantly talented people and myself do it. And I feel like
Yes.
that's just something it's something a lot of people can't say. Um so yes, rehearsal was very very hard and it was kind of a culture shock for me, but it was so rewarding at the end of the day cuz you know, I'm getting to live my dream. So it's just fun. It was a lot of fun.
you're preparing to make your Broadway debut too, and it's like,
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah. Which like I feel like that's something that no one really talks about, like because everyone was like, "Oh, were you ready?" I was like, I don't think anyone will ever be ready for that
No,
in any capacity. Like
it's
you have to do it, and you're going to do it, but it's like being ready. It's I don't like every because again, we're our own worst critic. Like there's always going to be something that you're like, oh, this could have been better, this could have been better, this could have been better, you know? So
yes.
it's not going to be perfect and it's like you're not going to feel 100% ready, but it's like you're still going to have to do it. So,
It, and I'm sure you can talk to people like, I mean, like vets who have done several Broadway shows, and they
yeah.
still feel the same way.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
they're like, the audition was the worst experience of my life, and
mhm.
blah blah blah. And they're like, have like two Tonys sitting behind them, and it's like, well, they're still their own worst critics.
Exactly. Like
Like,
we have a lot of Broadway vets in our show that I've had the honor and pleasure of getting to know and talk to every day. So,
oh my gosh, have you gotten what's the best piece of advice that you've gotten from one of the team members who works on Boop the Musical? Because, like, as you've mentioned, there are so many iconic people, also like David Foster.
oh yeah.
Come on.
Just so many things have been said to me, but I mean, I can't think of like the exact words right now, but I know Rochelle is always like giving me encouragement. Like, yes, she's really hard on me because she sees something in me.
Yes.
I hope. But yeah, I feel like she's always after she, is like, yeah, you need to fix these things, but also I see the work and I see the improvement. Like you are miles and miles ahead of where you were
You can do
already.
this.
And it's just like it makes me feel good to know that the work I'm doing is being seen by someone as incredible as she is
Yes.
and as like prominent in the industry as she is. So it's just yeah, it makes me feel good and feel special and also, it's Rochelle Rack. Of course you want Rochelle Rack to say that you're improving and doing well. So yeah.
Well, I think it's inspirational that you're going in there every day, and you don't consider yourself a dancer, but you're going in there every day.
I
And it's on
no,
stage, and you're dancing.
so
No,
yeah.
you're all good.
Um,
I think that's very inspirational because, like, I know these numbers aren't light on the dance, and
no, not
like,
at all. Like we're like doing the most in every single number,
yes, yes,
which
and
like
like you could tell from pictures, just like pictures.
yeah,
It's,
it's a lot, but it's so fun. I'm grateful I'm in a show where everyone's just so nice and so friendly and compassionate. And it's a fun place to go to work every day. Like I don't feel like a lot of people can say that, and I'm very grateful and lucky that I can wholeheartedly say that I love going to work every day and getting to
yes.
sing and dance with all of these wonderful and brilliantly talented people. And it's just a lot of fun. So
Dream. Dream. And you're so, like, you're so young. You're looking at like your resume and everything. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is like so cool that all our dreams are coming true so like quickly. Everyone has a different journey in life, but like it's just it's so cool for
it's crazy.
you.
It's crazy. Like I graduated almost a year ago. Like it'll be a year ago next week.
Oh
Or
my
this
god.
week. This week it'll be a year. It'll be a year because I graduated on May 9th.
Oh
And then
my
I did my showcase on the 12th, I think.
and now you're on Broadway.
Or the 14th. I did my showcase on the 14th.
Now you're on Broadway.
I
Like,
know.
come on.
Like, what is going on? Like,
What?
it's crazy. But we're here. So
What was the day that you made your Broadway debut like?
crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. My parents were here and my parents were here, all my best friends came.
Oh.
Um, everybody was like rushing to like get ready. I'm pretty sure we had rehearsal that day.
Yep.
And like I honestly don't even remember. Cause I mean, yeah,
You're like so fast.
it was so fast. I will say it didn't really feel like it was happening until um Christian, someone in the cast, he brought up first preview playbills, and I saw my face in a playbill
Oh,
for the first time. And I don't know if it was just like all of the emotion building up or if it was just me seeing my face in a playbill. I literally just started crying. Like I was just like this is actually happening. Like this is crazy.
well, then you get to see your name next to like understudy for Betty Boop.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like, come on.
it's crazy.
That's also wild.
It's wild.
You're like, oh, wait, that's the time. Oh, what?
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm sure opening night was also like wild, and it probably hit you then because carpet, everything, all the fancy stuff.
Yeah, it was I kind of I kind of, bit the bullet a little bit because I was like, oh, I have so much time. I had no time at all to get ready. Like I waited till the last minute to get ready because I mean, because you never have your first Broadway opening. So you never have that again. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it right. Like I'm gonna get a stylist. I'm gonna get a makeup artist. Like I'm gonna have my best friend do my hair. Like it's just like everything. And so yeah, and so I literally asked the makeup artist to come at 2. We were supposed to be there at 4:45, and it took her, I think, like 2 hours to do it. And my friend also had to do my hair at the same time. It was just like too many things. And then I also,
Like everything at once.
and it also was raining, so that was stressing me out. I have naturally curly hair.
Oh, yep.
And so I was like, there's no way, no, there's no way, like, there's no way that, like, this is happening. Like, I was so upset. And so, luckily, I mean, it ended up being fine. But, I mean, it was raining on the carpet, and then nobody knew where to go. Like, we all were like, oh, like, after, do we, like, take pictures? Like,
Dry.
there was a lot of things that I did not know and no one told me because I didn't ask. So it was just like there were a lot of elements.
Everything.
And then because they were like, oh well, we're taking pictures, and then from this time to this time, and then we're also doing Gypsy Robot this time, and like it was just, and then then you're doing the show, and it's just like
Right.
what's going on? So it was kind of just like a lot was happening at once. And then also people were giving out gifts, and there was no room in the dressing room. Like it's craziness. But I mean,
Everything at the same time.
that night was just so fun, so much fun, and so rewarding. Like it was kind of just like we made it, we did it, we opened an original Broadway show.
Oh my gosh, that's why I like love following like the Broadway shows on social media is because of opening nights and like getting a sneak peek into like opening nights. It's just like everyone's having the time of their lives.
Mm-hmm. And everybody looked amazing. Of course, everyone showed out.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it was just so much fun. And yeah, my parents were there.
Oh,
everyone that was there loved the show. It just made me happy.
I've heard great things. I've heard so many great things, and I come to New York next month, so I'm like,
perfect.
Can't wait to,
like, show, bring your friends.
Yes, I've heard it's just like it makes you happy, and like that's what people need right now.
Yes.
Is just happiness.
Yes,
Joy.
I agree. So yes,
it's so simple.
So simple.
Like I mean, just create some creators. Please make more things that are happy.
Yeah, I mean, this generation likes the depressing stuff for
Oh
sure.
my gosh. I mean, I like a good depressing movie, but like,
True. But not every day.
Right.
Like, not all the time,
Right.
Like, I see something.
But yeah, you need happy and fun and lighthearted and just like, okay, the world is a good place.
Yeah.
So I want to ask before I wrap up on your Broadway debut, I want to ask, what are like understudy rehearsals like for you, and like when do you like just start stepping into that and diving into making the characters you're understudying your own?
Well, we actually started doing understudy rehearsals during the rehearsal process, which I'm very grateful for because I mean, I know a lot of people in shows don't have the opportunity to do that, and they kind of just have to be like thrown on and do things. Um, but I mean, we started doing like small little rehearsals during the rehearsal process and previews, and then every we've been rehearsing like once a week every week. Um, so yeah, and I feel like with this, it's like yes, you can make it your own, but not like fully your own because it's there's a
Character.
certain pace of the show, and you're usually going on with people that do these parts every night. So it's you don't want to throw them off by making a weird choice that's not you know like what they're used to. I mean, of course I mean, here's my thing with it. It's not going to be a carbon copy because
Because you're you.
we're exactly like we're all different people. So just the fact that myself is getting to do it, that's already like my version of it,
Yes.
because like a vocal choice could be different or like or just I don't know, just stuff like that. So I feel like, and also energy is a huge thing too.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I know I know it's gonna be so different for everybody when I have the opportunity to do it versus when Jasmine's doing it, because like our vibes are different. So it's just, yeah, I feel like just being a different person just makes it a completely different show. So yeah,
And I it's so exciting in theater to me too that like people are so into coming multiple times to shows to see like different portrayals of different characters. That's one of my favorite things about theater is that it's never the same.
yeah,
Like you can go on a Tuesday night and then a Wednesday night and it's not going to be the same show because different elements are involved.
yeah. Or like, yeah, different elements for sure. And it's also a different day. Like,
Yeah, different
what
audience.
I could be feeling super good one day and then terrible the next, but it's like I still have to show up and do the show. And,
Right.
whether it affects it or not, like it's still the show and like the bones are still there. So,
Yes. Do you have a favorite number and scene in the show? And do you have a scene that you're most looking forward to performing in as Betty?
yeah, I mean, I think my favorite number in the show is definitely Why Look Around the Corner. I think I I just love that song. I'm a hopeless romantic, so I just love love.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's just so heartfelt, and I get to sing it backstage for like background
Yes.
vocals and everything, so it's fun. And hmm, I
I love
think
this love song.
number I'm most excited to perform as Betty, probably either Ordinary Day or Something to Shout About. I think just because like singing's my thing, and I think that
Yes.
just getting to just stand there and sing and
Show off.
yeah, just do my thing. I think that's just like something I'm really looking forward to. So
Yes, I'm
yeah,
looking forward to that for you too because like I mean I love when people get to show off their their extraordinary talents on stage truly. It's just like it's so fun.
thanks.
Of course. And I want to ask what message or feeling do you hope that people take away from coming to see you on Broadway right now?
I think just that there's still joy in the world. Like, whether it seems like it or not, like, there is still joy in the world. And I think I think there's one great thing about our show is that it is an escape from all the chaos and craziness that's happening
Yep.
in our lives right now. And I think this is just a time where you can, you know, feel silly and fun and have fun and, just remember that there's still hope and there's joy,
Yes.
joy, 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 joy down in our hearts. Like, literally, that's like, yeah. So I think our show is filled with love and filled with heart. And when you come see it, you'll see that and feel it from every single person that's on stage and in the audience too. So
Yes.
yeah. So
Oh my God. I mean, when all the pictures were like coming out and like as they still like roll out, like you just feel it through pictures and
yeah,
like maybe curtain call videos too, because like it's just so bright, colorful, and I mean it makes the person happy.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't leave happy, seek medical attention. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is like literally joy fest. Like, if you're not leaving there smiling, like, hello?
Are you okay?
Like, are you okay? No, like, actually, like, it's just so much fun. Like, even
Yes.
if I'm having a bad day, I'm still up there smiling. Like, I'm like, yes, like, hey,
What that day?
Like, literally, like, I forget. So come on.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I want to ask. I think that could convince anyone to come see the show. I want to ask, you're living your dream right now, obviously. Like original show, creating creating this work with an insane team and
Yes.
working with these people every day. Uh so I'm sure this is probably a hard question right now because you're still pinching yourself over your Broadway debut and over like this opportunity. But if you could perform any role in musical theater, what would be the dream role for you?
Oh, this is not hard at all. I have two. Um, Big one for me is Eurydice, Hadestown. That's like my dream show
I
to do.
was hoping you would say that.
That's my dream show. You can ask any one of my friends. Like, that is one of my favorite musicals, and I saw it with the original Broadway cast, and it that show changed my life. It changed the way I view theater, and it's honestly like the theater that I dream of doing. I mean, this is also a dream, obviously,
Yeah,
but like different dream, but
completely different shows.
yes, exactly. Um, but yeah, I think
Yes.
that's a huge dream role of mine. I feel like I resonate a lot with um her character and just I feel like that's like the like vocally that's the type of singing that I really like to do. So,
Yes.
and then also Natalie Next to Normal. I feel like that's the most me character like ever. Um and I feel like I feel like mental health doesn't get talked a lot about, especially in musical theater
Yes.
and
It's so important.
especially in a like black woman's lens. And as a mixed woman, I'd really like to see that portrayal and like
Oh my gosh. And it
it
doesn't
being a discussion that people talk about more openly. So that's one reason. And also I love Tom Kidd. I think he's brilliant and I think the music is gorgeous. Literally been singing it since high school and uh the story is just so heartbreaking but so real and honest. I love it. It's also one of my favorite musicals and I think that if it is brought back, you know, that would be
Yes.
very cool to see. So
Oh my gosh, it doesn't get performed nearly enough, I feel like even regionally.
yeah, I mean, it's hard.
It I mean, like I definitely understand how hard it is to put on that show. But I mean, you're completely right. It's so important.
Yeah, I think that would be very cool to see. So
I mean, I can
then
also
what happens?
yes, I can
Sorry.
also definitely see Eurydice too. So I was like, when I asked that question, I was like, I hope she says Eurydice.
Well, yay.
Hades Town is also like what? It's just like it's life changing.
It's unreal. Like
I,
it's a very immersive experience.
I, and you don't expect to go in and come out feeling that way. Like
Oh.
I don't know. It's just like what just
Like
happened?
I was 18 years old sobbing. 17 years old sobbing.
Yes. Oh
Like
my gosh. I mean, and I can also confirm you can be on like 2 hours of sleep and still be like completely drawn in and
oh
be like, this is the most brilliant thing.
yeah, for sure.
so, so I want to ask, where can people follow you on social media to keep up with what you're doing and to like find dates that you're on in the future for
Yes.
this title role, which is iconic and people should definitely go support when you're on.
Aw, thanks. Well, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Lizzy Tucker R, LIZZY TuckerR. Me forgetting how to spell my name is crazy, but here we are.
Hey,
Yay!
hey, human moment.
Yes.
And do you have anything that you'd like to promote, or do you just want to tell people to come and see Boop on Broadway?
Yeah, I mean, come see Boop on Broadway, please. It's a lot of fun. You could bring your friends and your loved ones, and yeah, yeah. Like let's have a girls' night. Like slay. Let's yes. We love women empowerment and tap dancing and
Like,
punching the dog. Period. Yes.
oh my gosh, absolutely. And like summer coming up, come on.
No, like for real. Like I don't know if you haven't seen us. Like what are you doing? Like come on,
Like, you got to plan for those. You got to have it on your list for summer vacations.
please. Like so much fun.
Oh my gosh. Can't, yeah. Yes. There's so much good stuff on Broadway right now. Come
Oh,
on.
this season is jam packed. I'm honestly upset that I didn't see as many shows as I could have while doing this. I mean, of course, because we did have the time. Now we don't have the time to see stuff, but we did, and I'm sad. But
Have you gotten to see Smash?
I did get to see Smash.
Okay.
Yes, I have a couple friends in Smash, so I was happy I got to see them perform, and they were amazing. So yeah, of course.
Yes, I was like, that's definitely like a little full circle thing for you
Yeah.
to get to like go and see that
Yes.
while you're on Broadway. Come on.
Yeah.
That's
It's
so cool.
crazy. Um,
Hey, and maybe if it hopefully it sticks around, so maybe you can be in it.
we'll see what the future holds. Who knows?
You never know. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so glad we can make this happen. When I saw that you were making your Broadway debut, I was like, that's so exciting. And like this musical is gonna be just it's gonna like just like make a joy keeps coming to mind, but it's gonna like make people very joyful and happy. And I'm so glad that this is happening on Broadway.
I hope so. Thank you. Me too.
Thanks for watching this episode of Backstage with Becca B. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV. Or for more exclusive content from this interview and more, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Backstage with Becca B. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Or if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, go ahead and give me a 5-star rating. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!